Dean Vexitar's crystalline eyes glowed with skepticism as she reviewed Lisa Chen's application to the Galactic Academy's Advanced Xenobiology program. The towering Altarian administrator's forearms moved with fluid precision as she sorted through holographic documents, her translucent blue skin shimmering under the Academy's artificial lighting. Another human applicant, Vexitar muttered to her assistant Marcus Reeves, who served as the Academy's human liaison officer. I warned the Council about accepting your species. Humans break under pressure. It's a documented psychological weakness. Your people simply cannot handle the rigorous demands of advanced galactic education. Marcus straightened his shoulders but kept his voice respectful. With respect, Dean Vexitar, perhaps you should give Lisa Chen a chance to prove otherwise. The Dean's laugh resonated like wind chimes in a storm. Chen will be subjected to the Crucible Protocol, 7 standard days of continuous examination across 17 different alien cognitive frameworks. No breaks, no mercy, no accommodation for human frailties. The last 3 human candidates suffered complete psychological collapse within 48 hours. Lisa Chen stood in the observation chamber, watching through reinforced transparent aluminum as the testing arena materialized around her. She was a xenobiologist from Earth's outer colonies, having spent years studying the hostile life forms of Kepler 442b. Her dark hair was pulled back in a practical ponytail, and her brown eyes held the steady gaze of someone who'd faced down creatures that could dissolve steel with their breath. The first test began without warning. Gravitational fields shifted randomly, from Earth normal to crushing Jovian pressure to the disorienting weightlessness of deep space. Atmospheric composition changed every few minutes. Methane heavy like Titan, sulfurous like Venus, the thin air of high-altitude worlds. Through it all, Lisa had to solve complex biological puzzles, each more challenging than the last. Dean Vexitar observed from her tower office, expecting to see the familiar signs of human breakdown: trembling hands, hyperventilation, the glazed look of cognitive overload that had marked every previous human candidate. Lisa didn't blink once. Hour 12. The temperature fluctuated between scorching heat and bone-numbing cold, while bioluminescent alien organisms swarmed around her, their patterns encoding mathematical sequences she needed to decipher. Other species candidates had begun requesting medical intervention by this point. Lisa calmly documented each pattern, her hands steady as she worked. Hour 24. Psychic pressure waves from a captured Mindrender, a creature from the Vega system known to induce madness. In most sentient beings filled the testing chamber. The waves were designed to trigger every species' deepest fears and anxieties. Lisa closed her eyes for a moment, took a deep breath, then continued her analysis of the hybrid genetic samples before her. She'd faced worse things in the jungles, of Kepler 442b, creatures that didn't just attack the mind but could rewrite DNA itself. Hour 48. By now, even the hardy crystalline delegates were showing signs of stress fractures, literally in their case. The Altarian candidates had entered their emergency hibernation pods. Only Lisa and 2 others remained active, a silicon-based Andromedian and a hive mind collective from the Outer Rim. Hour 72. The Andromedian's logic circuits overloaded during a temporal paradox examination. The hive mind fractured when forced to consider individual consciousness problems. Lisa was alone. Dean Vexitar descended to the observation level, her 4 hands pressed against the viewing port. The human should have collapsed days ago. Every xenopsychological model predicted it. Humans were emotional, unstable, prone to panic when faced with the unknown. Yet there stood Lisa Chen, methodically working through her 200th consecutive problem. This one involving the theoretical evolution of sentient plasma-based life forms in the corona of a neutron star. Hour 96. Lisa paused for the first time, not from exhaustion, but to carefully examine a sample of crystallized temporal energy. Her movements were deliberate, almost meditative. Hour 128. The testing chamber's systems began failing under the strain. Emergency protocols activated as reality itself started to warp from the accumulated exotic energies. Lisa looked up at the observation window for the first time since the test began. Her eyes found Dean Vextar's crystalline gaze and held it, steadily. No fear, no pleading, just quiet determination. Hour 168. The full 7 days completed, Lisa Chen stood as every system powered down around her. She'd solved every puzzle, survived every environment, endured every psychological assault the galaxy's most advanced civilizations could devise. Dean Vextar met her in the debriefing chamber, her earlier skepticism replaced by something resembling awe. "How?" she asked simply. Lisa smiled, the first expression of emotion she'd shown during the entire ordeal. "You said humans break under pressure, Dean Vextar, but you misunderstood something fundamental about my species. Which is, pressure doesn't break us. It forges us into something stronger. We evolved on a world that tried to kill us every single day, then spread across the galaxy to worlds even more hostile. What you call pressure, we call Tuesday." The Dean's crystalline features shifted into what might have been a smile. "Welcome to the Advanced Xenobiology Program, candidate." "Chen, class begins tomorrow." Lisa nodded. "I'll be ready." She always was.